Alright, there's no time, so we'd like to build ourselves a full-stack Scala application, so we'll start by writing zio-app dev in the terminal, which will start both a front and back-end file watching compilation cycle. And also, at localhost 3000, it will serve up our front end, which right now is this beautiful important website banner. As you can see from the code, it says important website. We'll let that live there. There's also a back-end, which just has a very simple sort of hello world routing cycle there. But what we'd like to do is make ourselves some kind of example service that we'll be able to share across both sides. So we can make a magic number that just gives us some number that we deem to be magical. And then the back end, instead of having this sort of hello world server thing, we'll instead derive some routes for our example service. IntelliJ is a little slow today, there we go. And this will now depend on a has of example service in our environment. So I'll say inject custom, and then we'll have to provide it one. So let's make ourselves an example service live. And this will extend example service, and we can implement those stubs there. And to solve this, it would actually be nice to have ourselves the random service from Zio, and we'll just allow any number to become magical, if you will it can happen. And then we will inject this layer by saying example service live to layer, and then constraining it to provide that trait, and hopefully that compiles in the background. As for the front end, this will be even easier. We'll just make ourselves a client. We'll say derive client, much in the same manner, specifying our service. And then we'll use this little debugger view, which doesn't do much more than just take some text, and then we'll run the output of whatever function I call here and just append it to the DOM. It's quite minimal. It's pretty boring. You can look at that in slow motion. And now already here on the website I have this. And it works. I didn't cheat. This all came out of nowhere. I can also go one step further and take arguments, perhaps. Let's do a magic multiply. And I will just take x, which will be an int, and y, which will be an int. And then obviously on the back end, this no longer will compile, so let's implement this. And this one won't use random. This will simply multiply the numbers, although on the back end. And then on the front end, we will duplicate this, call magic mult. And let's multiply some numbers magically. Let's do 10 and, I don't know, 55. Super exciting. Let this recompile. 550. Okay.